There you down there. You. Right there. Come on. Uh-oh. I messed you up, didn't I? Hey. Come in. Oh, there you are. Hey, can I come in very clear? Hello? Alright, are we in business? So, I'm not destroying anything here. So, here's my carnage I have to deal with. So, apparently, the energy company had to come and fix that pole because my elm tree fell on it. So, there it is. And there's all the devastation back there. So here's my most depressing part. I watched the tree guy. He took that big old log and he just slammed it right on top of my hosta. Poor little hosta's down there, but so I came over. It'll survive, I think, as a hosta. But so I came over and picked this big old log up off of it, and the guy's standing there, and he's like, "Oh man, oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't even see, I didn't even notice, I didn't even think about that." You know, I'm thinking, I was like, don't worry about it. But I'm sitting here thinking, what do you think this is? This thing right here. What do you think that's for? They think that's supposed to help with anything? Anyway, so then they throw this big log down, and I said, well, the guy tried to help me a little bit. One of them did. And try and move it around to make a bench out of it. It's not exactly how I wanted it. I've tried to move it. It's a pain. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some leverage and some pulley and some strange other devices of whatever I can come up with to make it function the way I wanted it to. And then again, it probably won't work the way I want it. I'll just have to keep moving it until I can settle with whatever. So maybe it's my fault. I see the other day when I was trimming these branches. Whoop, swing your hand. I had trimmed a few of these branches to get some sunlight, to make sure the sunlight was down in here. Oh, here's another thing they totally just trampled to death. And it had my tag on it too. It was this new bee balm I put in here. I know there's bee balm one or two places in the yard, but I know one's being overran by a grape. But I mean, see, it's gonna survive too, but they clearly smashed it into the ground. I don't know. What a pain. So the cables up there, they did fall down in here in my corn and everything. It was suspended a little bit. I know this was, my goji berry was knocked down a little bit, but it seems to be okay. Most of the corn seems alright. I think it probably just knocked a few pieces down, like this. Yeah, well, here's one that came out of the ground. Yeah. Will that work to stick it back in the ground? I doubt it. I'm gonna try it. And that ain't gonna work. I busted it to pieces. So I don't know. Whatever. Trying to. That's probably not gonna hold. Gotta try what you can, I guess. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and then there's more in there. I'm seeing more the more I play with it. I don't want to play too much. It's depressing. So I know it knocked down a few of my sunflowers. Just little things. A lot of sunflowers I saw that were totally just destroyed, trampled and broken in 3 or 4 pieces. But see, it fell on my neighbor's shed and everything, but the shed survived. I did tell him one thing that I was really worried about. It was my little kiwi, my kiwi vine. I was worried. I was like, I told him, I said, could you just be careful for my kiwi vine? I said it hadn't produced any kiwis on it yet, but so it was all wrapped up into this carnage that they threw down. The main part was, they didn't destroy the main part, but they had to dig the vines out. I dug the vines out all twisted from in there. Some of it was messed up, but a few pieces were broke off, some of the new growth. And so I grabbed one of these limbs and put it in here and decided to make an archway out of the kiwi. So that's all right. I don't mind that. It's kind of neat to have an arch. I like having archways to walk through. But yeah. This tomato down here got trampled on a little bit, but I just buried it further into the ground, hoping it'd survive. 2 or 3 of the, this looks like an amaranth that was trampled, and then this sunflower is just mutilated. But I thought for sure it would die, but I see it trying to live. And then the pepper, or I think it was a spilanthes I planted in here. And I know that volunteer tomato, I tried to get it uncovered. And it's right here. So as long as I don't trample on it. But now that squash and stuff that I planted down in there, can't say that's gonna come out real well. These corns that I put in here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, might have a few of them live. An amaranth there. This tomato did all right. This little fella made it. And this sunflower here survived. There's a tomato down there in the water I see. And the beans. So I know some stuff survived. I see some amaranth down here. But I know there was some tomatoes back in there underneath that. I mean, it's just a mess. Look up there. I, of course, was freaking out. What gardener wouldn't be freaking out? Although I remained calm and I didn't irritate the ass blunders, the tree workers. I didn't. Oh boy, that's where the other tree fell down. Sinking in the mud by stepping back here. So they've got this, at least my little hut here is not damaged or anything. And then, so see that tree, that one, it was at the fence line and then it fell down in their yard. so there's whatever. It's going to be a lot of cleanup. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. I hear you in there, chickens. I'm trying. Shh. Now, come on. Don't get all upset. You'll be alright. They were really quiet when the trees fell. Which I'm happy I didn't want them to make too much noise while other people were out and about, so that's fine. Wow. Anyway, but I've got my happy parts to look at. I can work on the sad part and then come look at the happy part. And then go back at it. So, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. And the pond all filled up with water. It's likely everything's full of water. The dugout part back there and everything's probably full of water. The greenhouse is probably full of water. It has a certain, yeah, here you go. See, you can see. It fills up with water. I used to have that better where it would drain out, but who knows? Maybe one day I'll solve that problem. I know I can see some sunflowers that got knocked over in here and amaranth, but I think it'll be alright. So there's all that excitement. I was just looking at this thing. I know it held the cables up, so it's kind of messed it up a little bit. Yeah, let me see this thing hanging down here. So it's a lot to fix, a lot to straighten out. And what if the maple fell on it? Yeah, that would be worse, because then that would fall right on everything. Hopefully it won't. At least not before doomsday, right? So, life is entertaining. Never runs out of fun stuff. Hey, dog. Never runs out of fun stuff to do. But, no, sure don't. Don't. Down. Muddy guy, down. Down. That. Nope. Anyway. Well, I don't know what else to say. It's a short video like that to show the carnage. And then I'll have to show it let in the nightmares all night long. But I do see a benefit. I can hopefully, now that the more sunlight will get into that area, and I clean all that out and the bushes and everything are all chopped down, then I can grow more things in there because of the sunlight. I'm trying to be positive here. So there it is. That's all. That's all I got. Woohoo! Come on. Anyhow, check you later. See if I can't accomplish something today. I don't know. Alright. They're pretty muddy out here, real muddy. I I really don't want to wade in them water holes over there to move all that brush, but whatever. Boo!